Let's take a
Yep.
look into Aurora, and we're going to take a look specifically at the freehold market here. Now, funny enough, on a month-over-month basis, we didn't see much of a slide in median price, which is a great sign because Aurora had seen some real ups and downs there. So month-over-month, we're only down 0.8%. Transaction volume, we're still hitting big numbers there, down 28.1% month-over-month. If we compare that to the same time last year, we're down 36.9%. So what does that look like for those that are doing transactions there? Well, last year we had 65 units. This year we did 41 units. So that is still a challenge that we're facing. Median price being down quite substantial here. And now you have to note that even though we're using median price, it's still not as great as the benchmark price because it's hard to get apples to apples when Aurora has such a wide spread in home values and home types. So our median price down year over year, 15.6% there in Aurora. When we take a look at the increase in median days on a month-over-month basis, this is our largest jump so far, up 64.7%, moving all the way from 17 days on market to 28 days on market when we're taking a look at that on a month-over-month basis. About the same as we were exactly the same as we were last year. So that's interesting to see that seasonality of how long homes are on the market remaining the same year over year. Transaction volume still being down 18.8%. So that's actually a positive sign that we're either seeing people hold out with their pricing, ride it out, not seeing the same cancel and relist, and a little bit of what Matt was talking about as well, seeing more people just staying on the market. And the benefit to staying on the market right now is there will be people that take it off for seasonality. It's your chance to be seen by a potential buyer through that sea of listings that we've been seeing. So not bad to stay on the market in that situation. Termination volume year over year, we're up just a little bit, 9.5%. Then taking a look at days on market, like I said, was the same. Let's roll into the visual element so you guys can see where we sit here in terms of new listings. We're on the high side of the bulk of what we would typically see for this time of year, dating back to 2011. In comparison, some of those years running up to 2015, we were ranging anywhere from 69 to 79 new listings coming on. We're currently at 103, which matched what we saw in 2024. When we take a look at active listings, this is where we're seeing the downward pressure on pricing. It's because there are so many homes available. There's a lot of opportunity, a lot of choice there for buyers that are out there looking. We are the third highest we've been. Matt, the only saving grace when I look at these is we aren't setting new highs right now. So hopefully we can continue. Let me just get my mouse up here. We can continue this sort of downward trend. It's expected for the seasonality. Everybody's kind of going down in that sense, but we are still sitting higher than what we normally do. Looking at sales volume, again, the push that we had for a spring market really was our April and May, but still only hovering around 50 units in Aurora. So that's the people that are just moving because of life. They're not really taking advantage of the market or otherwise. That's just the amount of people that will move kind of regardless of what's going on because we've stayed fairly consistent from April all the way over to November. Interesting that January and February were so slow in Aurora in particular compared to previous years. Taking a look at median price, we are getting awfully close to that 2020 pricing. Matt, I venture to say that if things keep going the way they are, December might cross over that line there where we dip just below the 2020. Now, Newmarket, as we had seen there, they were down below it already. They're the first to do so. Aurora's coming pretty close right now.
Yep.
Months of inventory, still up there, not as high as Newmarket right now, but not far off, 5.54 months of inventory currently. And again, you can see this trend line. It does look like we're finding new bands here to play within, so who knows? All signs are still pointing to this potentially going up or at least maintaining those levels. We haven't seen enough new buyers come in to really tip those scales. New listings being down a little bit is helpful.